Jeffrey Dahmer committed a series of heinous crimes, including murder and dismemberment. The Netflix series Dahmer explores these crimes, impacting public perception and sparking widespread discussion. The series' popularity has raised questions about the ethics of dramatizing such sensitive and disturbing events. Jeffrey Dahmer's early life and childhood experiences are examined to understand potential contributing factors. The analysis focuses on factual information, avoiding speculation or subjective judgment. Upbringing and environmental influences are considered as potential elements in developmental psychology. The timeline of Jeffrey Dahmer's initial offenses and their characteristics will be detailed. Early crimes exhibited specific patterns that were not initially recognized or investigated effectively. Ineffective investigation during the early stages contributed to the continuation and escalation of criminal activities. The severity of Dahmer's crimes escalated over time, marked by increasing violence and depravity. The frequency of Dahmer's crimes also increased, indicating a growing pattern of repeated offenses. Dahmer's methods evolved, reflecting a refinement of his techniques and an increasing level of planning. The progression of Dahmer's actions reveals a disturbing pattern of escalating criminal behavior. The focus is on the lives of the victims, honoring their individuality and lost potential. The impact of Dahmer's crimes on the victims' families is a central element of remembrance. Emphasis is placed on the human cost, underscoring the profound and lasting consequences of Dahmer's actions. The presentation aims to provide respectful remembrance, ensuring the victims are not defined solely by the crimes committed against them. The investigation into Dahmer's crimes began with initial police encounters and reports. Law enforcement faced challenges in identifying and connecting the various pieces of evidence. The discovery of Dahmer's crimes culminated in a search of his apartment, revealing the full extent of his atrocities. The investigation revealed the systematic nature and depravity of Dahmer's actions. The arrest of Dahmer initiated a series of legal proceedings. The trial phase involves presenting evidence and testimonies to determine guilt or innocence. Legal proceedings include arraignment, preliminary hearings, and the trial itself. The legal process aims to ensure a fair and impartial judgment based on presented facts. Following conviction, Dahmer was sentenced to imprisonment. Dahmer's life in prison was marked by isolation and conflict. Dahmer died as a result of injuries sustained during a prison altercation. The Dahmer case elicited widespread public shock and outrage due to the heinous nature of the crimes. Public reaction included intense media coverage, protests, and debates regarding justice and societal failures. The case raised profound questions about racial bias, police negligence, and mental health within the criminal justice system. The victims' families experienced enduring trauma and grief, compounded by the sensationalism surrounding the case. The long-term impact of the Dahmer case continues to influence discussions on crime, punishment, and societal responsibility. Netflix series often present a dramatized version of real events, incorporating narrative elements for entertainment. Similarities between the Netflix series and actual events may include core plot points and character archetypes. Differences often arise in pacing, character motivations, and the inclusion of fictionalized subplots. Netflix series may condense timelines and simplify complex relationships for narrative clarity. The portrayal of events in a Netflix series should be viewed as an interpretation, not a definitive historical record. Explore provided resources to gain deeper insights into the experiences of victims and their families. Accessing additional information fosters a greater understanding of the challenges faced by those affected. Further learning can cultivate empathy and support for victims and their families. Dahmer's actions can be analyzed through various psychological frameworks to understand potential motivations and behaviors. Psychological analysis aims to provide insight into the potential underlying causes and patterns behind such extreme behaviors. Understanding the psychological aspects does not excuse the actions but offers a framework for analysis and potential prevention strategies. Societal factors significantly influence various situations and outcomes. Cultural norms shape behaviors and expectations, impacting social dynamics. Economic status determines access to resources and opportunities, creating disparities. Educational attainment affects awareness, skills, and social mobility. Social policies can either mitigate or exacerbate existing societal inequalities. Analyzing these factors provides a comprehensive understanding of complex situations. Failures within the justice system can stem from procedural errors during investigations. Inadequate legal representation can significantly compromise a defendant's rights. Bias, whether conscious or unconscious, can lead to discriminatory outcomes in judicial proceedings. Systemic issues such as underfunding and excessive caseloads can overburden the justice system, leading to errors. Errors in forensic analysis can result in wrongful convictions. This comparison analyzes the differences between a Netflix series depiction and real-life accounts. Key discrepancies are highlighted through side-by-side visual comparisons. Real-life accounts often provide nuanced details absent from the series' dramatized narrative. The Netflix series prioritizes entertainment value, sometimes sacrificing historical accuracy. Visual elements in the series are often enhanced for dramatic effect, differing from authentic records. This comparison analyzes scenes from the Netflix series against documented real-life accounts. The analysis focuses on accuracy, dramatization, and narrative choices made in the series. Key differences between the Netflix series and real-life events are highlighted to reveal creative liberties. The comparison assesses the impact of these creative liberties on the overall portrayal and audience perception. This analysis compares a specific scene from the Netflix series with documented real-life accounts. The comparison focuses on factual accuracy and narrative interpretation within the series. Key discrepancies and agreements between the series' portrayal and real-life events are highlighted. Visual elements will juxtapose scenes from the series with corresponding historical records. The analysis aims to provide a balanced perspective on the series' adaptation of historical events. This analysis compares a specific scene from the Netflix series with documented real-life accounts. The comparison focuses on the accuracy of events, character portrayals, and overall narrative representation. Differences may arise due to dramatic license, historical interpretation, or narrative streamlining. Real-life accounts provide primary source information, while the series offers a dramatized interpretation. The analysis aims to identify areas of convergence and divergence between the fictionalized portrayal and historical reality. This analysis compares a specific scene from the Netflix series with documented real-life accounts. The comparison focuses on the accuracy of events, character portrayals, and overall narrative fidelity. Discrepancies between the series and real-life events are highlighted to analyze creative license versus historical accuracy. The analysis considers the impact of dramatization on public perception and historical understanding. This analysis compares Scene 6 from the Netflix series with documented real-life accounts. The comparison focuses on factual accuracy, narrative interpretation, and emotional representation. Key differences include dramatized events, character portrayals, and altered timelines. Similarities are found in the core themes, overall context, and general outcomes. The analysis aims to provide a balanced perspective on the series' adaptation of real events. This analysis compares depictions in Netflix's Scene 7 with documented real-life accounts. Key differences and similarities between the fictional portrayal and factual records are highlighted. The comparison focuses on accuracy in dialogue, actions, settings, and overall narrative. Discrepancies may arise from dramatic license or narrative simplification. Understanding these variations is crucial for distinguishing entertainment from historical truth. This scene compares a portrayal from the Netflix series with documented real-life accounts. The comparison highlights differences in narrative, character portrayal, and factual accuracy. Visual elements juxtapose the dramatized version with the historical reality. The analysis focuses on the degree of artistic license taken in the series adaptation. This comparison analyzes Scene 9 from the Netflix series against verified real-life accounts. The analysis focuses on discrepancies in narrative, character portrayal, and factual accuracy. Narrative differences are visualized through comparative timelines, highlighting alterations and omissions. Character portrayal is compared using side-by-side profiles, noting differences in personality and actions. Factual inaccuracies are identified and verified using documented evidence and expert analysis. The goal is to provide viewers with a balanced understanding of the historical events versus their dramatized representation. This comparison analyzes discrepancies between a fictional scene from a Netflix series and documented real-life accounts. Elements within the Netflix scene are visually compared to corresponding details from real-life events. The analysis focuses on factual accuracy and narrative liberties taken in the Netflix series portrayal. Visual representation illustrates how certain events or characters were altered or omitted for dramatic effect. The comparison aims to provide context and understanding of the historical events depicted. Media coverage significantly shapes public perception of events and issues. The framing and selection of news stories can influence audience understanding and attitudes. The frequency and prominence of media reports can amplify the perceived importance of certain topics. Different media outlets may present varying perspectives, leading to diverse public opinions. True crime media raises ethical concerns regarding the exploitation of victims and their families. The potential for sensationalism in true crime content can overshadow the gravity of the crimes committed. Responsible true crime media should prioritize accuracy and avoid spreading misinformation or speculation. Consideration must be given to the privacy and dignity of individuals involved, both victims and perpetrators. The motivations behind consuming true crime media, such as morbid curiosity, should be critically examined. The impact on victims' families is profound and enduring. Grief, loss, and trauma can create long-lasting emotional and psychological challenges for family members. Families often require ongoing support and resources to cope with the aftermath of victimization. The ripple effects of victimization can extend across generations, impacting family dynamics and relationships. Jeffrey Dahmer's crimes continue to exert a significant influence on contemporary discussions surrounding serial killers. The Dahmer case has shaped the narrative and public perception of serial killers in popular culture and academic studies. Discussions about Dahmer's actions raise complex ethical questions regarding media representation and the potential for glorifying violence. The legacy of Dahmer's crimes prompts ongoing debates about criminal psychology, societal factors, and the justice system's response to serial offenses. Serial killers are typically defined as individuals who murder 3 or more people in separate events. Common traits observed in serial killers include a lack of empathy, manipulative behavior, and a history of antisocial behavior. Psychological factors contributing to serial killer behavior are complex and multifaceted, often involving a combination of genetic predispositions and environmental influences. Many serial killers exhibit signs of psychopathy, characterized by superficial charm, grandiosity, and a callous disregard for the feelings of others. Understanding the psychology of serial killers is crucial for developing effective prevention and intervention strategies. Raising awareness is crucial to addressing violence and providing effective victim support. Increased awareness leads to greater understanding of the various forms of violence and their impact. Awareness campaigns can educate the public and promote empathy towards victims. Effective victim support requires informed communities that understand the needs and challenges faced by survivors. The criminal justice system is designed to prevent crime through various mechanisms. Law enforcement agencies deter crime through visible patrols and rapid response. The courts adjudicate guilt or innocence and impose sentences to punish offenders. Correctional facilities aim to rehabilitate offenders and prevent recidivism. Effective crime prevention requires coordination and collaboration among all components of the system. Mental health plays a crucial role in understanding the underlying factors contributing to violent behavior. Early identification and treatment of mental health issues can be pivotal in preventing potential acts of violence. Comprehensive mental health support systems are essential for fostering community safety and reducing the risk of violence. The social context encompasses the societal conditions that may have influenced or been influenced by Dahmer's actions. Cultural context involves the prevailing norms, values, and beliefs within the society where the crimes occurred. Understanding the social and cultural context provides a more comprehensive perspective on the factors surrounding Dahmer's crimes. Empathy is crucial for understanding the profound impact of crime on victims and their families. Understanding the victim's perspective fosters a deeper appreciation of the emotional and psychological trauma caused by crime. Empathy enables a more informed and compassionate approach to victim support and justice. By recognizing the far-reaching effects of crime, empathy promotes healing and resilience within affected communities. Glorifying violent criminals in media can inadvertently promote their actions and ideologies. Media glorification may lead to increased imitation of criminal behavior, particularly among vulnerable individuals. Such portrayals can desensitize audiences to violence and normalize criminal acts. Glorification can distort public perception, potentially creating sympathy for criminals rather than their victims. This phenomenon can undermine the justice system and erode public trust in law enforcement. Critical thinking is essential when engaging with true crime media. Critical analysis helps to differentiate fact from speculation in true crime narratives. Applying critical thinking skills promotes a deeper understanding of the complexities within true crime cases. Without critical thinking, true crime media can perpetuate misinformation and harmful stereotypes. Media outlets have a responsibility in how they portray true crime stories. Responsible reporting avoids sensationalism and focuses on factual accuracy and context. Ethical considerations include protecting victims' privacy and avoiding the glorification of perpetrators. Media coverage can impact public perception, influence legal proceedings, and affect the lives of those involved. Trauma can have a lasting impact on individuals, affecting their mental and emotional well-being. The effects of trauma can extend beyond the individual, influencing family dynamics and relationships. Understanding the impact of trauma is crucial for effective support and recovery. Support services are essential for victims of violence to address trauma and facilitate recovery. These services provide a safe and structured environment for victims to regain control and rebuild their lives. Access to comprehensive support enhances the victim's ability to navigate legal, emotional, and practical challenges. Effective violence prevention requires strategies that address root causes and risk factors. Protecting vulnerable populations necessitates tailored interventions and support systems. Community-based programs play a crucial role in fostering social cohesion and preventing violence. Early intervention programs can mitigate the long-term impacts of violence on individuals and communities. Multi-agency collaboration is essential for comprehensive violence prevention. Education plays a crucial role in preventing violence by fostering critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Educational programs promote empathy and understanding, reducing prejudice and discrimination, which are root causes of violence. Comprehensive education includes conflict resolution and communication skills, providing alternatives to violent behavior. By increasing awareness of social justice and equality, education empowers individuals to challenge oppressive systems that perpetuate violence. Education equips individuals with the knowledge and skills necessary for economic empowerment, reducing poverty and inequality, which are often linked to violence. Communities play a crucial role in supporting victims of violence by providing resources and safe environments. Community-based prevention programs aim to address the root causes of violence through education and awareness campaigns. Strong community bonds foster a sense of collective responsibility, encouraging individuals to intervene and prevent violence. Community initiatives focused on youth empowerment and mentorship can reduce the likelihood of future violence. Accountability involves holding individuals or entities responsible for their actions and decisions. Accountability ensures that perpetrators face appropriate consequences for their actions. Holding perpetrators accountable reinforces ethical standards and deters future misconduct. Accountability promotes transparency and builds trust within organizations and communities. Justice ensures that victims and their families receive appropriate recognition and redress for harm suffered. The pursuit of justice aims to provide closure and a sense of accountability for those affected by injustice. Justice serves as a deterrent, discouraging future acts of harm through the enforcement of laws and penalties. Fair and impartial justice systems are essential for maintaining social order and public trust. Healing is a crucial process for victims and their families to recover from trauma. The healing process involves addressing emotional, psychological, and sometimes physical wounds. Support systems, such as therapy and community, play a vital role in facilitating healing. Effective healing strategies include acknowledging the trauma, processing emotions, and developing coping mechanisms. Healing is not a linear process. It often involves setbacks and requires patience and resilience. The memorial serves as a space to remember and honor the victims. The legacy of the victims should not be forgotten. Remembering the victims is crucial for promoting awareness and preventing future tragedies. Remembering victims of past tragedies is crucial for societal healing and preventing future occurrences. Historical awareness fosters empathy and understanding, essential components in preventing similar events. Education and open dialogue are key strategies for promoting tolerance and preventing the recurrence of tragic events. Memorials serve as reminders of the consequences of hatred and intolerance, urging continued vigilance. Encourage viewers to donate to victim support organizations. Promote participation in related awareness campaigns. Highlight the positive impact of donations and campaign involvement. The analysis concludes by summarizing key insights from the series. Understanding the true story behind the Netflix series is crucial. The importance of distinguishing fact from fiction in media consumption is reiterated. A curated list of resources is provided for viewers seeking further information. Resources include links to detailed case files, support organizations, and psychological research. These resources offer comprehensive insights into the case, support for victims, and understanding of criminal psychology. This segment addresses and clarifies potentially misleading information presented in the Netflix series. The aim is to provide accurate context and correct any misinterpretations arising from the series narrative. Information will be presented to ensure viewers understand the factual basis behind the events depicted. The goal is to enhance understanding and prevent the spread of misinformation. A chronological timeline visually represents key events in Dahmer's life. The timeline highlights significant moments leading up to and including the period of Dahmer's crimes. Visual representation of events provides a structured overview of Dahmer's life and criminal activity. A map displays the geographical distribution of Dahmer's crime locations and residences. The map provides a visual representation of the spatial concentration of Dahmer's activities. Spatial analysis of the map reveals patterns and relationships between Dahmer's residences and crime scenes. Photographic evidence provides factual documentation of events or subjects. Photographic evidence should be presented respectfully and without sensationalism. Relevant photographic evidence supports claims and provides context. Expert commentary provides insights into relevant topics such as criminal psychology. Expert commentary offers perspectives on law enforcement strategies and procedures. Expert analysis aids in understanding complex issues within the criminal justice system. Brief. Factual accounts from the lives of victims provide essential context. These stories, presented respectfully, offer a glimpse into the individuals affected. Sharing victim stories humanizes the narrative and underscores the impact of events. These accounts focus on factual details, avoiding sensationalism or exploitation. Police procedures are systematically reviewed to identify potential failures during investigations. Evidence handling protocols are examined for adherence to chain of custody and forensic standards. Interview techniques are analyzed to ensure impartiality and compliance with legal guidelines. Communication protocols between different departments are evaluated to identify breakdowns in information sharing. Legal analysis involves a comprehensive review of the legal aspects pertinent to a specific case. This review includes examining the trial proceedings to identify potential legal errors or irregularities. The sentencing phase is also scrutinized to ensure compliance with applicable laws and guidelines. The goal of legal analysis is to assess the validity and fairness of the legal process. Social impact analysis examines the broad societal effects stemming from Dahmer's criminal activities. The analysis includes the impact of media coverage on public perception and societal attitudes. Social impact analysis assesses long-term psychological and emotional consequences on affected communities. The analysis considers the influence of Dahmer's crimes on legal and ethical standards. Cultural impact analysis examines the effects of Dahmer's crimes and media portrayals on societal values and norms. Media representation of Dahmer's crimes can influence public perception and perpetuate stereotypes. Analyzing the cultural impact involves assessing the ethical considerations of dramatizing real-life tragedies. The analysis explores the potential for desensitization and normalization of violence through repeated exposure in media. Psychological profiling involves analyzing behavioral patterns to identify characteristics of unknown individuals. This technique aims to narrow the range of suspects by predicting demographic and psychological attributes. Ethical considerations are paramount when applying psychological profiling to ensure fairness and avoid bias. Profiling methods include inductive and deductive approaches, each with distinct strengths and limitations. Forensic analysis involves the application of scientific methods to investigate and establish facts related to legal cases. Forensic techniques encompass a wide range of disciplines, including biology, chemistry, and digital forensics. Ethical considerations are paramount in forensic analysis to ensure unbiased and reliable results. The application of forensic analysis aims to provide factual evidence that supports or refutes claims in legal proceedings. Investigative techniques encompass a range of methods used to gather and analyze information in a case. Surveillance involves monitoring subjects or locations to collect evidence and observe activities. Interviews are conducted to obtain testimonies and gather first-hand accounts from witnesses or persons of interest. Forensic analysis utilizes scientific methods to examine physical evidence and establish facts related to the case. Data analysis involves examining digital records and electronic information to identify patterns and connections. Document review includes scrutinizing written materials and records to uncover relevant information and establish timelines. Technological advancements have significantly enhanced criminal investigations since the Dahmer case. DNA sequencing technology allows for more accurate identification and matching of suspects. Digital forensics enables the recovery and analysis of data from electronic devices, providing crucial evidence. Advanced imaging techniques, such as 3D crime scene scanning, create detailed and accurate records of crime scenes. Improved communication and data sharing platforms facilitate collaboration between law enforcement agencies. The Dahmer case revealed critical failures in law enforcement procedures and interagency communication. The case underscored the urgent need for improved mental health evaluation and intervention strategies within the criminal justice system. Societal responses to the Dahmer case highlighted issues of racial bias and the marginalization of vulnerable communities. The Dahmer case prompted reforms in victim advocacy and support services to better serve marginalized populations. Current prevention strategies aim to reduce the incidence of violent crime. Effective strategies often involve community engagement and social support programs. Data-driven policing and targeted interventions are crucial components of modern prevention efforts. Prevention strategies may include environmental design to reduce opportunities for crime. Mental health resources provide support for individuals affected by violence. These resources offer various forms of assistance, including counseling, peer support, and crisis intervention. Access to mental health support can significantly improve recovery and well-being after experiencing violence. Victim support resources provide assistance and guidance to individuals who have experienced harm or trauma. These resources often include counseling services, legal aid, and safe housing options. Accessing victim support can empower individuals to recover and rebuild their lives. Legal resources provide support and guidance to victims of crime. These resources may include legal aid services to assist with navigating the legal system. Victim support groups offer emotional and practical assistance during the recovery process. Counseling services provide mental health support to help victims cope with trauma. Law enforcement agencies provide protection and investigate crimes. Comprehensive educational resources are available for studying the Dahmer case. These resources include documentaries that provide factual accounts and expert analysis. Academic articles offer in-depth psychological and sociological perspectives on the case. Interactive simulations allow exploration of the evidence and legal proceedings. Community resources provide support for victims of violence. These resources include shelters offering safe housing and immediate assistance. Counseling services offer emotional support and mental health assistance. Legal aid provides victims with access to legal advice and representation. Access to community resources empowers victims to seek help and rebuild their lives. Further research is essential for expanding knowledge and understanding of complex topics. Exploring related fields can provide new perspectives and innovative solutions. Continued investigation fosters critical thinking and deeper insights. Accessing diverse sources of information is crucial for comprehensive learning. Remembering the victims is crucial for honoring their lives and experiences. Learning from past tragedies helps prevent similar events from recurring. Reflecting on history fosters empathy and understanding across generations. Commemoration serves as a reminder of the values and principles that must be protected. This presentation incorporated materials from various sources. We gratefully acknowledge the contributions of the following individuals and organizations. Copyright information and usage rights are reserved by the respective owners. Thank you for watching. A final call to action encourages viewers to engage further. Contact information is provided for follow-up inquiries. A concise summary of key takeaways reinforces the core message.